Today's catch and cook is going to be a variation on Thai fish cakes, Louisiana style, made with speckled trout. So today's catch and cook is going to be Thai fish cakes, Louisiana style, made with speckled trout. So today's catch and cook is going to be some Thai fish cakes, Louisiana style, made with speckled trout. The ingredients we're going to use to make this dish: we have a pound of speckled trout fillets. We're going to use salt, pepper, sweet red Thai chili sauce. We got fish sauce, red curry paste, a lime, an egg, about a half a cup of chopped green beans. We're going to use the same amount of chopped green onions, and we're going to fry them off in cooking oil. And we'll need a food processor to blend up the fish, and we'll use a big mixing bowl to mix it all up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my speckled trout fillets into chunks and run them through the food processor, and I want to turn this into almost a fish paste. Pulse it first. I want to get this real fine and pulverize. The original Thai recipes, they use a mortise and pestle and really pulverize it down. Check and see if it's how I want it. That's about how I want it. I have to do it in a couple of batches. Don't be afraid to over process it, because you want it a real pasty consistency. You'll see when it gets about right, it starts to bind up and circulate around the center. I think I got it where I want it to be. So you can see it's a real fine fish paste consistency. That's exactly what you want. Okay, after I get my fish paste made, I'm going to put about a teaspoon of salt in it. About an equal amount of black pepper. We're going to put 1 tablespoon of fish sauce. We're going to put 1 tablespoon of red curry paste in it. We're going to beat 1 egg. Add the beaten egg to the mixture. Then we'll start mixing all this together. The best way to do this is with your hand. You want to make sure you work it. Every once in a while, take it and slap it into the bowl. That makes it kind of gluten together, almost like you're doing a bread dough. The only downside to this is it sticks to anything it touches. You want to thinly slice your green beans. These give a little crunch to the cakes. And we'll take and we'll slice about an equal amount of green onions, tops and white part. Once we got our beans and onions sliced, we'll go ahead and add them to the bowl with the fish, the curry paste, the fish sauce, salt and pepper. Then we'll take and we'll grate the rind of one lime. Right-handed, so I got to turn it away from the camera on you. In the original Thai recipes, they use kaffir lime leaves, which I don't have any, so this will give it the lime flavor I needed. And then I'll save this lime to juice over the top of them when I'm done. Give you that little bit of citrus flavor. And then once again, we want to get a real thorough mix of all the ingredients. If you had to, you could add cornstarch or something to thicken it if it's too liquidy. But this batch is coming out really good, nice and dense. So like I said, the longer you food process the fish and then the more you work it, the denser it gets. So this is what the finished pre-frying mix looks like. Nice and dense, nice and thick. So I'm going to take a big pan with about 1/4 inch of cooking oil in it, and I'm going to go to about medium heat. We're not going to deep fry these, we're just going to saute them in our cooking oil here. Okay, everything this fish patty mixture touches, it's going to stick to, so we're going to take a spoon and wet it. Going to wet our fingers a little bit. Spoon out a patty's worth. And go ahead and put it in the oil. And you're going to want to be careful as you put it in the oil because you're going to have some water from handling it. We'll fry these about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. That's a little over 2 minutes on the first side. Let's see how they look when we flip them. See, they're starting to get a nice brown. Okay, looks like the first batch of brown is about as much as we want. I'm going to go ahead and take them out and drain them on paper towels. Then I'm going to lightly salt them while they're still hot. And we'll just wet our hands again and the spoon again and prep the second batch. It'll be a really, really good thing here, just pure fish. It's not like your traditional fish patty or fish cake where you have a lot of breading in it. Just pure fish meat and a little bit of vegetables and some seasoning. Let's go ahead and flip this second batch. They're browned a little bit more than the first one. All right, looks like the second batch is done. You go ahead and take them out, and if you like the first ones, drain them on a paper towel. Go ahead and salt them while they're still warm. We'll also squeeze a little bit of lime juice on them while they're warm. Let them soak in lime as they cool off. Then we'll take and we'll serve these with a sweet Thai chili sauce for dipping. Well, today's recipe was Thai fish cakes, and it's not what you typically think of a normal fish cake with breading and all, but man, I gotta admit, I've already ate one and I really like them. They're dense, good fish flavor. The green beans and the onions give you a little crunchy texture too. They're really good. I really like the flavor. Since it's speckled trout, it's real mild, of course. But where they really shine is when you actually dip them in the sweet Thai chili dipping sauce. That brings it up like a whole nother intense level from about an 8 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. You don't necessarily taste the fish sauce or the curry paste, but it does give it a little bit of seasoning flavor. Got a pound of speckled trout here. I could eat all this myself. Like I said, the fish cake has a real good mild flavor, but man, when you dip it in the sweet chili sauce, wow. So a Louisiana twist on a Thai fish cake recipe. Make it with speckled trout. I love the little crunch the green beans give it. Between the fish sauce and the curry paste, you don't know how much salt to add. I probably could have went a little more than a teaspoon because probably could use a hair more salt in the mix. The combination of the sweet dipping sauce and the savory fish patty really complement each other great. You can see how the fish cooks thoroughly. Kind of gives it a denseness. So Thai fish cakes made with speckled trout. This is definitely a will cook again recipe. I'm enjoying these. So till the next video, get out there and go fishing.